Hello guys, my name is Craig and welcome to Peri Solutions. In today's video, we're going to talk about finite and infinite series. But before we start, please make sure that if you are new to my channel, you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new videos. So, we come about a series when we add the terms in a sequence. In other words, a series is formed by adding all the terms in a sequence. For example, we say 16 plus 12 plus 8, right? Naturally, you see that this is a sequence, but now that we are adding all the terms in the sequence, this becomes a series, right? So now I'd like to look at the difference between the finite and infinite series. Okay, so I'd like to do that using these two examples here. So what is the difference between these two series, right? This one, it stops at a definite number of terms, because we've got the first term, second term, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So you've got 6 terms here. And then with this series, it continues indefinitely, right? So this is what we call a finite series, right? So this is what we call a finite series. Why? Because it stops at a definite number of terms, right? And then this one is what we call the infinite series because it continues indefinitely, right? So this is what we call the infinite series, right? So as well, we'd like to look at what we call the sigma notation, which is used to come up with the shorthand for writing the summation of the number of terms in a series, okay? So, or the summation of a series. So, first of all, we have to come up with the general term. So the general term for this infinite series, we would calculate it the same way we calculate the nth term. So this will simply be nth term, common difference is 5. So 5n minus 1, right? 5n, sorry, so in this case we actually write 5r minus 1. 5r minus 1. So as you can see from here, we're saying 5r minus 1, right? And we use the term r the same way we just use the term n, right? So this is the general term. So now to write in sigma 4, we say for this infinite series, we say summation of, this is sigma, sign for sigma, given by sigma, right? R is equal to 1 up to infinity, right? So this is how we write in sigma notation, this infinite series. And we read it as the summation of the terms in the sequence of 5r minus 1 from r is equal to 1 up to infinity. Then if we are to write this finite series in sigma notation, we would say sigma 5r minus 1 from r is equal to 1 up to 6, because we've got 16 here. So again, in this situation, we're simply saying summation of the terms in the sequence of 5r minus 1 going from r is equal to 1 up to the 6th term. So this is what we call the sigma notation. Now let's look at how we attempt those questions. So for number one says write down the first 3 terms and the last term for those series. So for part A, we've got the summation of 3r minus 2 from r is equal to 1 up to 9. So first term is given in r is equal to 1, which is simply 3 minus 2 to give us a 1. Then second term is given in r is equal to 2, which is 3 times 2 minus 2 to give us a 4. And then the second term shall be given in r is equal to 3. So the third term shall be given in r is equal to 3, which is 3 times 3 minus 2 to give us a 7. Then the last term shall be given in r is equal to 9, which is 3 times 9 minus 2 to give us a 25. So this is the first 3 terms and the last term. And for number B, the first term is given in r is equal to 1, which is 2 times 1 to give us a 1. Second term in r is equal to 2, that's a 4. Third term in r is equal to 3, that's a 6. And then last term shall be given when r is equal to 7, which is 14 like that. Then part C, for part C, the first term shall be given when r is equal to 4. So you're saying 4 squared plus 2r, right, plus 4 squared plus 2 times 4, then plus 1, which is 16 plus 8, 24 plus 1, 25. The second term shall be given when r is equal to 5, which is 5 squared plus 2 times 5 plus 1, which is 25 plus 10, 35 plus 1, 36. And then the third term shall be given when r is equal to 6, which is 6 squared plus 2 times 6 plus 1, which is 36 plus 12, that's 48, plus 1, that's 49. Then the last term shall be given when r is equal to 10, which is 10 squared plus 2 times 10 plus 1, which is 100 plus 21 plus 121. So this was looking at number 1. Now we shall move on to look at number 2. Okay, so now for number 2, we're asked to write down the 15th term in the series of 2r minus 1, right? So we are saying that the 15th term is given when r is equal to 15, which is just the number 2, which is just 2 times 15 plus 1, which is 31. So 31 is the 15th term, right? And then number 3, we're asked to write the following series using the sigma notation. So your first step is to come up with the general term. So for number A, 3a, coming up with the general term, we see that we've got 3r, right, minus 1, right? So we're saying the summation of 3r minus 1 from r is equal to 1 up to infinity, right? This would be the what? The sigma notation for part A, and for part B, coming up with the general term first. And we're saying up to infinity because this is an infinite series, right? And all of these three, they're infinite series. So we say up to infinite, right? Then for part B, if we have to come up with the general term, we see that we've got minus 4r plus 11, such that we're saying sigma, right, from r is equal to 1 up to infinity of minus 4r plus 11. This would be the sigma notation for B. And then for C, general term, we're saying we've got 3r plus 9. So we're saying summation of 3r plus 9 from r is equal to 1 up to infinity is the sigma notation for this series. And now moving on to number 4, we're told that given that summation of 6r from r is equal to 1 up to 4 is equal to 2 times summation of 5r from r is equal to 1 up to n. Now question says work out the value of n. So now if you take this 2 to the left hand side, for number 4, we have 1/2 in summation, write this bigger, summation from r is equal to 1 up to 4 of 6r is equal to summation from r is equal to 1 up to n of 5r, right? So now if you carry out the summation, when r is equal to 1 we've got a 6, plus when r is equal to 2 we've got a 12, when r is equal to 3, 18, when r is equal to 4, 24. So these are the first four terms, and we carry out the summation, then multiply by half. Here we shall get what? 60. 60 divided by 2, this gives us 30. Right, so 30 is equal to summation from r is equal to 1 up to n. When r is equal to 1, we've got 5. When r is equal to 2, 10. When r is equal to 3, we've got 15. And we see this gives us a 30 here. So we see that n is definitely when we get this term. But this term is the third term, which implies that the value of n is equal to 3. Okay, so this is how we deal with infinite and finite series. And please feel free to leave a comment, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.